Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? Once again, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and this is the second story time in Regicidal week. Let's get this started. Right now, in-game, I am killing some T-Zars or Zars, however you want to pronounce it, and I'm trying to get Obsidian Charms to stack up for the double XP weekend, and I will be doing some summoning over the weekend. I want to get 20 mil summoning XP, and I have about 1,500 blue charms and about 4k crimson charms that I want to blow, so hopefully I'll be able to get 20 mil sum XP by the end of the weekend. Hopefully I'll be able to afford it and be able to get everything done and out of the way, so that's why I'm killing them right now. And yes, I know I could be using a Steel Titan to increase the speed of my kills, but I really don't care about wasting money on the scrolls and getting a little bit of a faster kill, so whatever about that, but that's what I'm doing in game. So once again, you can just listen if you want to listen, or you can watch and get some little background scenery if you want to see how I kill Zars or T-Zars, whatever. But anyways, let's get into this story. Today's story is actually a combination of two things. One, my career as a baseball player when I was a younger child, and two, not judging a book by its cover, which is an expression you've all probably heard before, and if you haven't heard it before, this is what it means. Not judging a book by its cover means not judging someone on their physical appearance, the way they dress, the way they look, their muscular build, the clothes they wear, the glasses they wear, whatever. You just don't judge someone until you get to know them, until you are emotionally in contact with them, until you understand what they've been through. You don't judge someone until you get to know them. That's the whole point of that expression. And you've heard that expression before with things like X Factor and American Idol, when you see a more obese person get on the stage and just get judged immediately because he's big, and then have a voice of an angel and immediately shock everyone. So that's pretty much that definition of an expression right there. Don't judge a book by its cover just means don't judge someone until you get to know them. Anyways, when I was a younger kid, I loved to play baseball. Not only loved to play it, but I loved to learn about it, I loved to watch it. I loved everything about baseball, and I still do love everything about baseball. I still love watching it, I still love going to games, I still love playing it. Basically, I just love the sport of baseball, and it's definitely one of my favorite sports. But when I was younger, I never really played Little League. Now, what Little League is, it's pretty much just a little baseball league with younger kids. It's different age ranges and stuff, and you join this and you play on a certain team and you verse other teams and you try to win a championship. Now, you usually join an association or a Little League team when you're around 5 or 6 years old, and you start on the T-ball squad, and then you move up within the ranks as you get older and you actually play real baseball. But I never played at all until I was about 10 or 11. Now, my dad always said, "Why don't you play baseball? Why don't you play Little League? You should be playing." And I was like, "I don't know, Dad. I really don't wanna. I don't know." And I was always hesitant. I don't know why. I'm not really sure of that. But I started playing Little League when I was 10 or 11. It just hit me one day. I was like, you know what? I want to play Little League. Let's do this, Dad. Let's try out. And he just said, okay, let me get the sign up and let me do all this stuff and we'll try out. So it turns out there was a tryout on Sunday. And every Sunday, my dad and I, with 2 other people, bowled in a family league. And it was from 10 a.m. to about 1 p.m. And the tryouts on that day was at 12 p.m. So my dad said, you know what, we're just going to bowl 2 games and then we'll leave and we'll get there on time and you could try out for baseball. And I said, okay, that sounds good. So I put all my baseball stuff in the car, I put my bat, my mitt, whatever I had, and I put it in the car and we went to bowling that morning. Now, my dad totally forgot about the tryouts. He didn't even remember to fill out the paperwork. And we went to bowling. We bowled our 3 games. We didn't even bowl 2. We bowled 3, which is what you're supposed to bowl. And after that, he's like, oh God, the tryouts, we have to get there. So I remembered, he remembered, and we went to the tryouts. And it was already really late. It was about 1 p.m., 1:15. And that's pretty much around the time where they stop the tryouts, where it's over, everyone goes home, and the tryouts are over. So anyways, we frantically go there. We drive to the place, and I take out my bag. I said, Dad, we're really late. I don't know if I'm going to be able to try out. He's like, don't worry, just grab your stuff and go on the field. I'll handle all the paperwork and stuff. Don't worry about it. So I ran on the field, and I went up to one of the coaches or one of the adults, and I said, hey, I'm here to try out. He's like, do you have all your paperwork? Or, have you played in the league before? And I said, no, I don't have any of that stuff. I think my dad has that. I just came here to try out. And he said, okay, well, just go in the field and let's see what you got. Now, during a tryout for a baseball team or a Little League team, you usually are shown doing a various amount of things, such as throwing the ball, catching the ball, playing each position, hitting the ball, all these certain things, and I only got to do one thing during tryouts. I got to do a 5-minute tryout. Basically, I went into the field, and I grabbed my mitt, and he threw me one pop-up. It wasn't even that high. I just looked at it, caught it like I normally would when I played in the backyard with my dad, and he said, okay, you're done, that's all we need to see. So basically all I did was catch a ball one time, and I was told to get sent home, and they said wait about a week, and you'll get a call from a coach if you're on a team, and hope you have fun. So anyways, my dad and I go home. We wait a week, and sure enough, I get a call from a coach saying, "Hey Lee, we picked you on our team. Our first practice is blah blah blah. Make sure you bring this, blah blah blah." And I was excited. I was on my first Little League team. And I was pretty shocked too, because I was like, how did they pick me when all I did was catch one pop-up? I didn't even show what I could do. I didn't even show them I could bat or run. And I'm pretty sure that they expected me to be absolutely nothing. They expected me to do nothing for the team, and they just picked me last because they needed to get people into the league. So anyways, we go to the first practice. My dad and I drive up there, and we start playing. And the coach said, "Hey, okay, so have you ever played before?" I was like, "Yeah, I played before." He's like, "Okay, grab a bat and go up to bat." So I took my bat, I went in the batter's box, and he's throwing some slow pitches to me, and I'm ripping them. I'm taking shots to left field, center field, up the middle. I was really hitting well, and I was shocking my coach. I saw my coach's jaw drop from like the side of my eye, and it was pretty funny because he didn't expect me to do anything. He expected me to be the last round pick and not have any baseball recollection, and I've never played before, etc., etc. And he makes me go play the field after I bat, and I start catching the ball, I start throwing it in, I start relaying it, I start playing other positions, I start pitching, and I'm just doing all the things. I run the bases, and I was faster than everyone on the team. And he turns to my dad at one point and goes, "Did you guys just move here?" And he goes, "No, we've been here forever." And he goes, "Have you ever played in this Little League before, or have you ever played in any other Little League? And he goes, "No, he just never wanted to play Little League until now." And my coach went, "He's amazing. He's got such talent for the game. He's fast. He can hit the ball. He can catch it. He can throw it. He can do everything. I mean, where have you been hiding this whole time? I'm so glad that we actually picked him." And he's like, "You know what? We even picked him last because no one else wanted him. And no one else knew if he could play baseball, so we just took him because we needed a roster spot, and he was the last person to try out, last person we picked, and we didn't expect him to do anything, and he's actually the top 3 best on our team." And my dad just laughed. He said, "Well, that's good. I'm glad he can help out your team." And my dad told me that, and I just laughed. He told me that way in the future. He didn't tell me that at the time, but it was pretty funny to hear that in the future, saying, you know, I shocked everyone, and I pretty much got judged by my cover, by being a short little kid that was weak and caught one pop-up and got sent home, and I just got picked because I didn't do anything, and they didn't think I could do anything, and then I shocked everyone. So it was a really cool feeling to be able to prove people wrong, thinking about my height and my size. And back in the day, I was very small. I was, I don't know, probably 4 feet tall. I mean, I'm 5'8" now, and I'm done growing, I think. I'm pretty sure we could stick a fork in it. I'm not getting any taller. I can't tell myself that anymore. I'm not going to be 6 foot. I'm not going to get any higher within the ranks. I'm going to stay at 5'8" forever. But back in the day, I was really short. I was always short throughout my life, but usually I was shorter than everyone in the class. Like, the normal would be like 4'5", and I would be 4 foot. And then the normal would be 5 foot, and I'd be 4'5". I'd always be a little bit shorter than everyone. And also, I was not strong at all. I was very weak. Nowadays, I'm a little bit stronger than what I was back then, but I was very weak back then. I had no muscles at all. And basically, I was just a little shit. That's what I was. I was just a little shit. And everyone judged me on being a little shit, and then I shocked everyone on the baseball field. But it was awesome because I was able to play all the time, and I was able to help the team, and I was just able to shock everyone. And actually, that first year that I played baseball, my first Little League season, I became Rookie of the Year. I got voted by the league that I was Rookie of the Year. All the coaches didn't even know my name or who I was, and that year they learned who I was. And the next year when I tried out, a bunch of coaches wanted me, but I went back to the one coach who picked me, and then I went another year and I picked that coach again. And then the next year my coach stopped coaching, so I went on a different team, and they were actually better. But after that season, I actually got picked to be on the Williamsport team, which is like the Little League World Series kind of thing. And if our team would have went all the way, we would have went to Williamsport and been on ESPN, just like you see nowadays, the Little League World Series, usually on ESPN around the summertime. And our team needed to win one more game, and we would have made it into the States, which we would have versed all the teams from different states, and we would have represented Long Island and New York. So that would have been really cool, but we lost that game, and it sucked, but I was able to play on the Williamsport team. I was good enough to be one of the best people on Long Island and actually play on the team. So I was thrilled to just be a part of that. And it was just so cool to be a part of All-Star games and be the Rookie of the Year for a season and just shock everyone and show them that I love to play baseball and that I'm good at it. And it was so cool to be a part of a team that had no idea what your potential was and then just blow them out of the water. So that's pretty much my story on that. Is I started playing baseball a little late, so no one knew who I was. Everyone just thought I was a little kid who couldn't do anything, and then I proved everyone wrong. So you never want to judge someone by how they look or anything like that, because you don't know what they're capable of, you don't know how good of a person they are, you don't know what's happened to them or what they've been through or what their situation is. So you never want to judge someone until you actually get to know them or see what they can do, because I've loved to prove people wrong my whole life. I proved my math teacher wrong in a previous story time, and I proved my coaches wrong that, they did get some nobody that will be on the bench the whole year. They got someone who can actually contribute to the team. And it's such a good feeling when you do that, when you prove someone wrong. Like I said, there's no better feeling than that, when you can literally say, yeah, I did this and you thought I couldn't, and just prove everyone wrong. It's such a great feeling. It makes you feel so good about yourself. And that's what I did as a kid. I loved to play baseball. I started Little League, and I played about 6 years of Little League, and then I stopped when I got into high school, because when I was in high school, I had to pick either baseball or bowling. I was going to either join the baseball team in high school or bowling, and I decided to stick to one because I didn't want to get injured in baseball and not be able to bowl, and I didn't want to get injured in bowling and not be able to play baseball. So I just wanted to pick one and continue that for the rest of my life, and I decided to choose bowling because bowling is pretty much my life as a sport, and baseball is just more of a fun thing I do. So I decided to choose bowling, and I went on to college to bowl. And I haven't dropped baseball completely. I still play with my friends. I still have catches with people. But I don't play in leagues anymore, and I don't try to go professional anymore. So that's pretty much the end of my baseball career. But I had some good times. I remember all of the diving catches I made in the outfield, the times I pitched, the times I hit home runs, the times I made awesome plays. I mean, I just remember having a great time when I was in Little League. So I thank Little League for all my memories, and it was awesome. It was such a great experience. But that's my story, guys. I hope you guys learn not to judge anyone by how they look or their physical appearance or what they dress like, because it really does go a long way. It can hurt someone when you judge them immediately. And I know the little comments, everyone used to have that. Everyone used to be immature and say, oh, ha, he's fat, or ha, look what he's wearing, or this kid looks smelly, and all this other stuff. So I know it's just like an instinct in your mind to like judge someone. But before you judge someone, take a second look at yourself and just take a breather and just be like, if that was me, would I want someone judging me until they got to know me? No, you wouldn't. You would want them to know you first before they said anything about you, especially if it's rude. So definitely just take a look back at yourself, and don't make fun of people, because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know their situation. You don't know why they're like that, or why they dress like that, or why they're obese, or you don't know what the situation is. So definitely don't judge anyone, and just keep to yourself. Even if you think something, just keep it in your mind. Don't say it out loud, because it could really hurt someone. But anyways, guys, don't judge books by their covers. And have fun if you play baseball. If you don't play baseball, I suggest you get into Little League or try it, because it's a lot of fun. And if baseball is not your thing, I suggest playing on any sports team. Basketball, soccer, bowling, tennis, whatever it is, go and play it, because sports are awesome. I love playing sports in my free time. Gaming isn't everything. You can also go out and play sports and have a great time with your friends. I always do it. I do it whenever I have free time. I do it whenever my friends have free time. And it's a great way to just get exercise and go out and have fun. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. I will see you guys on Friday for 2 Fun Stuff Fridays during this Regicidal week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, everyone.